better call somebody!
You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.
The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be.
A podcast discussing all things AEW and WWE.
Give me a hell yeah!
Now, let's meet the host. Kyle Gagliardi.
The face that runs the place.
Jim Tucker. And Erica Marini.
I'm the boss. I'm the blueprint. I'm the standard.
Well, I think we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event.
What is going on, everyone? You're listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, hosted by the Marks, for the Marks, and I am your host, Mr. OTM Kyle Gagliardi. And as always, I am joined by my good friend Jim Tucker, or as I like to call him, Chucky.
What's going on, Kyle? Good to see you. 2 weeks in a row, we're heating up if it's NBA Jam, and we're joined by the one that puts the hot in hot mess, Erica Marini at Erica_0328. Sup, dog?
Sup, dogs? I had a slight wardrobe, not malfunction. I had a brain malfunction, but here we are.
Kerfuffle.
She was wearing an Acclaim shirt. I made a comment. Oh, here's Erica wearing an AEW shirt to a WWE only podcast. So she freaks out. I got to change it to somebody that's on the card. And you decided on what
I literally look, I have about 7 Finn Balor shirts, could not find a single one, found a tank top. So that's what we're doing. Literally as the intro was playing.
And by the way, Erica, we're going to get this out of the way now. We are doing Extreme Rules predictions tonight.
I remember now.
The picks will be in, yes.
Comment section already rolled in. Robbie Collins says, hello, how are you doing? From the former MVM Robbie Collins. Ryan Gagliardi took it. But Robbie Collins is the OTM PLE champion, so he's going to have to defend his title this Saturday at Extreme Rules. And Bogus says, Kyle bought a headset. I'm actually at a friend's house in Indianapolis. This is his setup. He's a Twitch streamer. That's why it looks all fancy over here.
I think you should buy a new headset, though, for real.
You don't like my iPhone?
No, you look official.
I feel official because you got my main screen here where everything on StreamYard is. I have the Google Doc pulled up to my right. I can drag and do all these kinds of things. It's kind of overwhelming right now, guys.
And also not everybody looks good in headphones like you guys do. So you should.
I appreciate that, Erica. You're so nice. Sure. Robbie Collins said he is ready to get extreme defending that belt. Yeah, this card actually
crossing the pond, heading to Philadelphia. Robbie's gonna have his hands full, right? Like the Philadelphia crowds are pretty tough.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
A stateside debut as champ. Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
He had home field advantage at Clash at the Castle. He doesn't have that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's on the road. He's gonna be in Trouble Town.
Yeah, for sure. So the reason I am at a different setup, and as you can see, I'm wearing my St. Louis Royal Rumble shirt and my St. Louis Cardinals hat. I am headed to St. Louis tomorrow for some playoff baseball action. So I figured I'd stop down here, stay the night, and get a head start for tomorrow morning. But guys, how the hell are we doing? Tuck, what's new with you?
Life is good. I'm hopping on a plane to come to Chicago tomorrow. Got the marathon coming up on Sunday. Tucky's feeling kind of dangerous. I'm not gonna throw a number out there. I don't want to spoil
new record
it.
Incoming.
I'm hoping to queue up the pretty deadly yes boy gifts and be rattling them off pretty frequently on Sunday. So I'm excited about that. Half of my Halloween costume arrived today. I got my army boots and my black distressed skinny jeans. I'm just waiting on my John Moxley t-shirt and Blackpool Combat Club hoodie. I've got my AEW toy belt. I don't feel like spending any more money. I'm like $250 into this costume that I could just wear shit from my closet. It's just it was a reason to buy things, right? Like
which Blackpool Combat Club hoodie did you get?
The one that said Forged in Combat on the back, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yes. And I got the Mox one where they blurred out his middle finger. Just so
I love that one where he's
Yeah. So they have a picture of who I'm supposed to be, and they'll be like, yeah, I get it. I don't know if I'm going to go full kind of like receding hairline with it, but I got feelers out for some fake earrings. It's going to be pretty real. The squad is coming together nicely, Erica. We've got some good costumes.
I can confirm I will find a singlet for my costume. I have a cousin that used to wrestle in college, and he's got a few laying around, so I might have to slide into my singlet. Erica, I'm going to be Kurt Angle.
Wow.
I got the jumpsuit, I got the gold medal, and now I just got to get the singlet.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see all of this.
We wish you would be there. That would just complete everything.
I know. I'd have to. Yeah. Damn it.
You'd be able to figure it out. The funny thing is, Tuck being Moxley.
I could Sharpie the tattoos on you.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we could do that. That'll work.
Forget Sharpies. Let's fully commit. Let's just change who I am.
Say I won't. I'm on a heater with Ink Master right now, so I'm in.
Oh, yeah. The funny thing to talk about you being Moxley, and I know you remember this, but when I first met Tuck, Erica, I thought he looked like Dean Ambrose. I met Tuck,
which was and I'm not wrestling Tucky at this point. I had a Dean Ambrose figure given to me by a student when I was not a WWE like wrestling guy, like into it, and I didn't know who he was until Gags made the reference.
Wow.
So it's very fitting that in 2022 he's going to be Mox at Halloween. Erica, what you got going on this weekend besides probably watching Extreme Rules? I would assume.
Yeah.
No.
No, I am.
Okay.
I've been making a tradition of going to a garlic festival. That's in state.
That's good.
Yeah. So I went last year. I've been wanting to go forever. I finally got to go last year, and now it's this weekend again. So I'll be hitting that up.
I wouldn't want to stay within 10 feet of you at the Garlic Fest.
It was
really stuff in your
bad.
Face, aren't you?
It was really bad. Yeah. And then they have they everything there is like obviously like garlic infused. They have a lot of like normal stuff too, but then like I was trying to find like weird stuff. So I had like garlic ice cream. Do not recommend. Ow. It was like, well, it comes in vanilla or pistachio. And I was like, vanilla, that's, no. And it was just, yeah.
What's the weirdest thing that they made that you actually enjoyed?
Well, because last year, well, not weird, but they had like really good like pizzas with just like gigantic cloves. This year, I'm going for garlic soda, and then a deep fried garlic infused Oreo. I'm gonna try those. So.
That maybe will be something.
Yeah.
You're going to need to report back on how that tastes.
That might be happening. So,
Steve, check in.
I'll take some garlic flavored garlic. I'm out. That's fine.
The old fashioned way, right? Where they used to do it. Just garlic. Steve says, extremely good to see you all. Hope you're all keeping well. We are, Steve. Thanks for checking in.
Very well, sir.
Even while I'm on the road, my mother,
Donna
Gagliardi in the house, and I'm sure Dirk Vogus is puking because of my St. Louis gear. He is not used to seeing playoff baseball. Well,
what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on referring to Dirk Vogus as Daddy Dirk? We got a Daddy Dirk.
I will take back my comment about saying they're not used to playoff baseball because the Cubs didn't make it for a while. They're just not in it this year. Garlic knots are goated. I agree, Vogus. That's a go-to app. But we could talk about food all the time. We eventually got to talk about wrestling. It's the garlic. Dirk is
Mr. Vogus.
Daddy Dirk says it's the garlic.
No garlic for him.
That's gonna stick, Tuck. I love how you brought that up.
Is that Daddy? I love it.
Hey, Tuck, we're going to be doing our predictions. Like we said, Robbie Collins is the champion. Do you have a code or a link that people can go to or copy, and that way they can fill it out?
bit.ly/Extreme Rules 22, bit.ly/Extreme Rules 22. I did not have anybody proofread the form. I believe I have everything there.
6 matches.
I think we're good then. I think we're all right. I have that link on the retweet that I just sent on Twitter. If you just feel like you're in the tappy mood, if you're on Facebook, we've got that tappable as well. If someone wants to type that up in the comment section for anyone else to grab, go ahead. bit.ly/Extreme Rules 22. And we're kind of giving we're not giving an extreme giveaway. We're not having an extreme giveaway. It's an elite giveaway. So the winner, that stateside winner, if there is a stateside winner, if the belt stays overseas, he's going to have to come to Nevada to get it. But the winner will have their pick between an Edge Elite figure and a Rhea Ripley Elite figure. I'm going to go grab those and kind of show them. And you get to, and then whoever doesn't, whichever one they don't pick, we'll probably do for next month or Survivor Series or something like that. So let me grab those and we'll see. Yep.
Love that idea from Tucky, because I'm actually excited for this PLE. My mom's asking, what room are you in, Kyle? I'm in Brett's top floor. He has like a man cave up here, and this is where he does all this Twitch streaming. And you can give him a follow on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mad Haskell. He's always streaming some sports video games. Yes, Vogus, we will text you the code so you can win the title. And Dirk Vogus is a fan of the tank top, Erica, the Finn Balor tank that you got going on over there.
It's a game time decision.
Tucky already's got the figures, so I'll let him show it off before we talk about our merch.
Wait,
Rhea
can I
Ripley.
win this too or no?
Yes, anybody. If Kyle wins it, I'm going to hate it, but anybody. This is for everybody. So the Edge WrestleMania.
It's a nice
sweet. Thing. Yeah, it is.
And then Rhea Ripley.
Nice.
So that's what we're tossing out there. So I keep buying too many figures, and some of them are doubles. So
you don't say. You don't say
doubles.
Yeah, so I bought 2 different lots, and like Edge was in one of them, and I already had him and Rhea. But like you can find lots with like 6 or 7 figures for like $40.
So it's like,
wow.
Yeah, one of the lots I bought had a signed Cowboy Bob Orton figure with it. Like,
wait, where are you getting this from?
eBay.
Wow.
You ever heard of it?
Jimmy Deals and Whatnot. I'm addicted to Whatnot. It's a fucking problem. So,
I downloaded that last night and I couldn't figure it out, so I deleted it.
That doesn't surprise me. I gave you our TikTok one time, and you're like, "Yeah, I don't get this."
I tried.
It's okay, Erica. You're still valuable to this podcast. It wouldn't be the same without you. You see the code right there at the bottom of the screen. If you want to win those figures, go ahead and type that into your browser. Get your picks in, and of course, this weekend we are running a discount code. Use code EXTREME at the onthemarkwrestlingpodcast.com, and you will get 15% off your order. That offer expires this Monday. So before Extreme Rules, get that fall gear, get your OTM merch, and rep the show. Code EXTREME at the onthemarkwrestlingpodcast.com. Dirk Vogus says, those will be great stocking stuffers to some of your best listeners.
Get her, Donna.
My mom spelled Erica's name wrong.
Donna,
spell Erica's name right. It's a
okay.
C.
No, she wanted hard K. That's like, you can do it, Eric. Like Erica.
Yeah.
So he spelled it
right.
phonetically, not denigrating the Erica Marini we all love and know.
I'll try it again.
Erica with a K is a different energy.
Oh wait, now she said it all caps. I feel like
there she goes. She's yelling it because she's mad at me. I can already hear my mom. I can hear my mom yelling at
Kyle,
me.
why did you embarrass me on the podcast?
Exactly what she's going to say.
I have friends.
That's the text that I'm going to get after. Don't worry, Steve can't work TikTok either, Eric.
Honest to God, I sat there for like an hour. I couldn't find all the stuff. People were like, I just scroll it for hours. I found nothing, and I couldn't even scroll. It was like scrolling sideways, and it was like only 5 options. I gave up.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I'll keep doing the TikToks then, Erica. But let's get into this Extreme Rules card. We got 6 matches on the card. We are recording this on Thursday if you're listening back to this. So if they do add any matches on SmackDown, we don't know what those matches are going to be. So let's start off here.
Right now, the card is closed. So we won't be changing the form after this. These are the 6 big boys anyways. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, and since our champion is not a part of the show, we don't have anybody to go first. So I'm just going to delegate that to Tucky for this matchup here between Liv Morgan, the SmackDown Women's Champion, taking on Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match. First off, Tuck, I do want to say that this card, every single match on it, has had a very good build, in my opinion.
Well, and they've done it pretty quickly too, right? I think they've spent a lot of time on their weekly television, not giving us matches that we don't care about, but spending time outside of the ring as well, building these feuds and making it feel like something. So hats off to them.
So who you got in this match? What are we thinking?
Dude.
It's a tough one.
The way some of these crowds are reacting to Liv Morgan, and with it being in Philadelphia, makes me big nervous. I think since SummerSlam, she's cooled off a little bit in regards to many of the fans' perspective. I'm going with new champion Ronda Rousey.
Does the stipulation have any influence on that pick, being that she can use whatever to get it done?
I think the stipulation actually favors Liv more, right? And that's what makes me skeptical of picking Ronda Rousey, but I think it's an underwhelming it's been a little bit underwhelming since SummerSlam. Kind of like that finish in that match soured a lot of people potentially. So that's why I lean towards Ronda, but I think if the stipulation plays a part, it's going to be because Liv Morgan uses it to her advantage and actually wins. So I'm excited. There's a couple of these matches on the card that could kind of go either way. You've got good arguments. So I'm really excited for this show. Eating some Chicago pizza in the hotel room.
There you go.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to watch it because the Cardinals will be playing game 2 at the same time. But I might figure out a way to, while I'm at my parents', have Extreme Rules in one room with Ryan and the Cardinals game on with my dad in the other room. There might be a way to work it out. But Erica, I agree with Talk. This is one that can definitely go either way. Which way do you lean in this matchup?
I think I say this every month since Liv's been champion, but I feel like maybe there's shenanigans. Maybe somebody comes back. Maybe somebody turns. Maybe somebody joins Ronda.
Could that somebody be Shayna Baszler?
It very well could be. She came to mind. So I think Liv retains, but I think it's is there DQ? Is there?
It's Extreme Rules. Anything goes.
Extreme Rules, homie.
All right, homie.
Not up in here. These rules extreme, dog.
Dang. Well, I gotta not spoil, but I think other belts are gonna change, and I don't know if I can see. Huh?
That's not spoiling. You didn't say who.
So I just don't know if I see like 2 happening, but.
So you're going with Liv?
I'm going with Liv retaining, but something happens.
By hook or crook, some would say. Steve says, call me crazy, but Ronda wanted the old Shayna back. I think she returns at Extreme Rules and costs Ronda the title, Liv to retain. I mean, I could see that, guys. I definitely could see that.
I could see that.
That might be the way she does retain. Yeah, if Liv retains, I do think there is going to be outside involvement in it. But I am on Tuck's side here. I think Liv Morgan's title reign, it served its purpose. I don't think there's anything else that we can gain from her holding the title any longer. I don't see any challengers down the road that are appealing, like matches I need to see with Liv Morgan. We get the strap on Ronda Rousey. She's a bigger name, bigger marquee matchups as we inch closer to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. I think putting the strap on her here in an Extreme Rules match would be the right decision. So I am going to go with Ronda Rousey. And yeah, I feel pretty confident about this one, guys.
And to be clear, the official results, like predictions, will be done through the Google form. So if we flop between now and then, which is kind of Erica's biggest struggle, not flopping or flip-flopping.
I write down everyone's picks, and then I forget when it comes time to make my own for the form, and then I never refer to this. So
classic.
Oh, that Marie.
You know how
so yes, the Google sheet is the law in this capacity. I made every question required, so you have to pick one. So
yeah. What's up, OTM fam? Says Ryan Matthews. The purple accents with the Extreme Rules background looks good, guys. Thank you, Matthews. And he asked, new setup. Did I miss something within the past 20 minutes?
Okay, can I have a second here?
Yes.
That is the student that misses class and says, did we do anything yesterday? No. What? Come on.
Yes. This
Ryan,
is a
you're better
completely
than
different house. This is my friend's house.
We sat here for 20 minutes waiting for you to get here. That's what we did. And now the show can go on.
He said he doesn't schedule date nights on Thursday just to watch, but did he schedule one tonight and that's why he's running late?
If anything, it's a late night. Yeah.
He did make it. So hello, Ryan Matthews. Erica, you get to go first on this one. We're going to go down the line. You're wearing his t-shirt. This is going to be an I Quit match between Edge and Finn Balor. Who do you favor in this matchup?
I mean, oh wait, I quit.
You can't quit. We just started.
No,
Oh shit! Here we go again.
I hate picking. Who does Edge have with him, Ray?
Yeah.
I'm taking Finn. I'm taking Finn, but I feel like Edge like doesn't say I quit. Maybe Edge just like, can he pass out and the ref calls the match? Isn't that what happened
That's happened numerous times in the past in I quit matches. Yeah. They go to that finish a lot.
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna do it again. I thought Tuck Me the fart sound, but I think it was Kyle.
It was probably my
Kyle
chair.
in his chair. His farty chair.
I'm moving around over here. I don't know what to do. So what's your official pick?
I guess Finn for right now till you guys talk, and then I change it on my actual.
Oh God, see, Tuck, I just don't know why we do these prediction shows with her. I really don't.
I do.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Kyle, who you picking?
This one's tough because Edge, could use a big win. But from the recent reports, from what we're hearing on social media, is that Finn Balor's in line for a big push coming up. And I don't think losing and saying I quit to Edge is beneficial to him in his future. Edge is probably, there's actually no problems about it. He's on his last run. I wouldn't be surprised if he retires next year. I think it's time for Edge to really start elevating other talent. The Judgment Day has gained numbers here with Dominic Mysterio now. And they don't get wins on PLE. Sure, they're getting wins on Monday Night Raw, but Finn Balor needs a significant win. I think making Edge say, I quit here at Extreme Rules definitely does that for him and for the Judgment Day. So I am going with Finn Balor.
I agree. I think if they want, it seems like the new regime is into their factions and stables and trying to book some strong groups. The Finn Balor push has been news as well. So I'm picking Finn Balor to win this one too, with the idea that if they want Judgment Day to be a thing, this is a great way for that thing to become more of a thing.
Absolutely. Because imagine Finn just literally saying, I quit in this match and losing to Edge. How does like Judgment Day have any credibility after that?
Well, the dude they kicked out of Judgment Day just beat the dude that took over Judgment Day. If you want to kill Judgment Day, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see him.
That's how. I like what Steve said.
Ruining Factions 101. That would be it. Yeah, Steve, I like your thinking. He goes Finn to win, Beth to throw in the towel on behalf of her husband, and that could set up maybe a mixed tag at Crown Jewel, because I do believe that is the next PLE. So that makes a lot of sense. I like that idea. Ryan Matthews is Finn looks good, too good here. Builds for a potential vacation for Edge, so the Royal Rumble really pops with stars coming back. You have Rhodes, you have Edge, you have Orton, just to name a few. Yeah, that's good thinking, but how many times has Edge returned in the last 4 months? I feel like every time he gets written off TV for 2 weeks, they're like, oh, 2 weeks later, Edge is back. And I'm like, he's only been gone for 2 weeks. Like, let's chill out with the Edge returns. But I do believe Finn definitely needs this win more than Edge. So Erica, is your official pick Finn Balor?
Yeah.
Okay, clean sweep there on that match. We got 4 matches remaining here. This one is interesting, and it is a history-making match. It is a ladder match for the Raw Women's Championship. It's pretty crazy that there has never been a ladder match in the women's division for WWE, but here we are making history once again with Bianca Belair as she's looking to retain her title here at Extreme Rules. Now, guys, I go first on this one, and I think this is another match that has a lot of potential for outside interference because, of course, you have Damage Control, you have Asuka, you have Alexa Bliss. Those people are definitely going to get involved, but the numbers are even if all those women do get involved. My thinking is, with Papa H now in control, he's bringing back a bunch of these old NXT superstars. Damage Control will continue to grow here at Extreme Rules. I am calling a Tegan Nox return to the WWE to assist Damage Control, align herself with them, and Bayley walks out of Extreme Rules with the Raw Women's Championship.
You got access to some like wonky dirt sheets or something?
No, I'm just going off the field, and I love Tegan. I'm a big Tegan guy. That's out of left field. That's out of left
very
field.
Specific. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I agree with it. I don't know who I'm picking, but it's my turn to pick, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Erica, you were about to say something. Say that thing while I think about who I would like to pick.
Well, I was going to say that the to touch on what Kyle said is that the numbers are even, but we also have Candace
Oh, yeah.
on Bianca's side. So it would make sense to have a fourth.
That helps my theory a little bit then.
Yeah.
To set up that potential War Games match at Survivor Series that we are probably anticipating. I like your thinking. Good job. I forgot about Candace. As Tuck's wearing a Candice LeRae shirt, right?
Yep. You know it. I will pick Bailey.
Okay. Did I convince you, or were you going Bailey?
I was leaning Bailey anyways. New faction, want to look strong. I think the other side of that, I don't know. See, I'm doing a Marini here. Do they want all the gold on two separate factions? Is that do they need two factions to have all the straps? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if I like that.
That's right. Like you said, the final word is on the Google Doc that we put out there.
But right. And so I was also going to take Bailey. But I can also see it going with Bianca retaining and building towards Survivor Series, and maybe that's when Bailey takes it.
Well,
but
this match stipulation is a good loophole for Bailey to still get another title match. Like, oh, it was a ladder match. I just came back from an ACL injury. Why don't you face me in a normal match and pin me like a real woman should? Like, there's definitely ways to go about it where they can further this feud some more with Bianca retaining. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca retains. This is another one 50-50 for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a lot of comments here, so let's get to some
of
those.
Yeah,
Steve,
plenty of picks.
Steve says Bailey. Yeah, and I appreciate your picks. So let us know in the comment section who you're going with and why, because we love to interact with you guys.
And make sure you head over to bit.ly/Extreme Rules 22 and get those picks in over there as well. And you don't have to type a full-length comment with those. You just got to click a couple buttons, and you could win an elite. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. And we will tweet out those links and put them on Facebook as well afterwards if you need help getting there. But Steve says Bailey holding that championship on the ladder to end Raw is never a good sign. He's right. Maybe he'll be changing his pick to Bianca. Yeah.
Maybe me too, Steve.
Chris Williams is saying Bianca wins and then Bailey cuts a promo with anger and then jumps Bianca, cuts Bianca's hair, and it's a character change for Bianca. And she snaps on Asuka backstage. A lot of thinking there on that one. I like it.
Sheesh.
Steve said, think Bailey will win the gold, but think it'll be at Crown Jewel. That's another thing to look out for as well, guys. Chris Williams is saying, what about Indy Hartwell? Get her on the main roster. But aligning with Bailey wouldn't make much sense because Candace is kind of aligned with the other ladies, isn't she?
Yeah.
The Juggernaut saying people are saying Dana Brooke joins Damage Control. I don't know how I feel about that.
I hope every single one of those people is wrong. All of them.
Yeah, I think you guys aren't influencing my pick.
Every single one of them.
I'm taking Bianca.
Oh,
but that's who when I said originally that I think things are going to change, and I couldn't see it being both changing. I
believe you.
Okay, and you did shout that out. That's accurate.
Yeah. This time I actually do believe
take back my sass.
Sorry for the sass, Erica.
No, I think
I
might just flip a coin when I fill out the form. Actually, I don't know. That one's tough for me. I like the titles on two factions is what's holding me up on that.
Yeah. Ryan Matthews, one last comment before we go on to our next match. Bailey versus Bianca. Looks like it'll be such a good match, not just because of the two talents, but because of the stipulation. Extreme Rules is packed with them, and it makes it really feel like Extreme Rules. Yeah, that's something we haven't seen in past years, especially with Vince running the show. You would get maybe one Extreme Rules match and maybe one chairs match, but the rest of them were just normal stipulation. What the hell are we doing here if nothing is extreme about Extreme Rules? Just doesn't make sense. So Erica's going with Bianca. Tucky and I are going with Bailey to become the new Raw Women's Champion. We got 3 more matches, but we're going to take a quick breather. We'll be back in about 20 seconds.
What's everybody saying about the On The Mark podcast?
It's just insane, and I love it.
Non-stop hardcore energy.
Unlike any other.
It's a great show.
We'll be right back after a brief intermission.
There he is.
That's
vintage Tuck.
It
just took you a couple weeks to get back into the groove. That's all.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of into the groove, which is not a segue at all. Do you guys follow Fat Bear Week or no?
No. What's that?
There's a national park in Alaska. They post their fattest bears before they go into hibernation, and you vote on which thick boys you like the best. Just floating that out there. Fat Bear
Is that
Week.
Twitter or Instagram?
The internet? Like
all the above.
explore.org/Fat Bear Week.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I might have to explore it after the podcast.
Husky boys. Oh yeah, there's one. Otis is my front runner right now. Just check that out.
Fat Bears.
Russell Red says Bailey wins, Finn wins after Rhea brings out Beth and Edge quits.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I see where you're at. Interesting. I could definitely see it happening though. Let's transition on over to this next match, a strap match, which we haven't seen in a long time. Drew McIntyre coming off his loss at Clash at the Castle, looking to rebound here against the newly returned Karrion Kross with Scarlett ringside, of course. Tuck, I believe it is your turn to go first here.
This one feels kind of straightforward to me, but there is a slight perplexion, and I think I'm going to go with Karrion Kross debut, book him strong, but that's also 2 losses for Drew McIntyre in a row from Clash and Extreme Rules, so that is my concern, but I'm going with Karrion Kross making a strong debut, knowing that Drew McIntyre is established, but
I will go next.
You were next. That's what I was waiting for.
That's the rotation.
I want Kross to win. I think he needs the win, and I acknowledge what you say about Drew like losing. He does seem to have like lost his
mojo.
Yeah. So maybe something changes for him. Like maybe we don't need this nice Scottish guy with his sword, this and that. Maybe there's a turn somewhere downward.
Or like Steve, from the Wrestling Channel saying downward spiral storyline. Yeah, if Drew does need a win, like I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this is definitely Karrion Kross, because Drew McIntyre coming up that great match with Roman Reigns. He's kind of on the downhill slope. I think Drew could win this match, but I'm going off of what Tuck's thinking is just Karrion Kross is the new toy on the block. So I'm going to go with him in this one as well. I think Scarlett definitely gets involved with this being a strap match. She can make her way in there, maybe tie up Drew McIntyre to the ropes. And then maybe they just beat the living hell out of Drew McIntyre. He takes a little bit of time off because Drew has been doing a lot of work for the company. He deserves some time off. And you go back to what Ryan Matthews was saying earlier. He pops off and returns at the Royal Rumble. I think that's a way to do it as well. It's just Karrion Kross, if he loses this match, where do we go?
Especially this is the second go round.
Yeah.
On the main roster.
So there is a comment here, and it is a white rabbit. I think we definitely should discuss the possibility that the debut of the White Rabbit happens here at Extreme Rules. A lot of people seem to think that is the case. Tuck, what are we thinking here? Is this the time to debut the White Rabbit?
Well, I don't know. The coordinates pointed to the Wells Fargo Center where it's going to be. I'm getting tired of it. Just give me the damn bunny rabbit. All right. Let me know. Just tell me. I'm hoping so. But does he have a hand in Survivor Series? Trying to figure out where he goes with
his
it.
Character or whoever it is, I don't think would fit Survivor Series because it's like a War Games theme. I just don't see him like having a big match at Survivor Series. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Ryan Matthews says this is where the White Rabbit makes its return / debut in favor of Kross, featuring Joe Gacy from NXT in the new faction Schism. I mean, Joe Gacy was a part of those most recent clues, wasn't he? I think somebody said that about the last QR code. So, yeah, maybe Joe Gacy is the one. And then
he's weird like Bray. Yeah,
I'm not saying it's Bray, but it's Bray. We're hoping it's Bray. That would be the best case scenario.
What if it's just somebody like it's not officially, but what if it's like somebody that like if it is going to be like this like mega faction of like Kross and Loomis, like what if it's just like somehow like an official like yep, these two are in cahoots, and then it's like it's still I don't know. What if it's just like a mega clue?
Yeah, I mean I don't think there's going to be an actual physical appearance from whoever the White Rabbit is. I think it's just going to be Titantron shenanigans going on, or maybe the lights flicker and we hear the music in the middle of the match, the White Rabbit song, and then that's about it.
What if it's acknowledged that it is Bray, like, but it's on the Titantron and it's not physically there, but then we all
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, and I'd still mark out, like, we would enjoy that, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
We just got an appearance on him on the screen. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Mayor of Canton says Cross has to win. Also, am I in the minority? But Cross with hair is a hunk, right?
No,
I would agree
facts.
to that.
No, big facts.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Jacoby Peter
That is not a cold take whatsoever.
With a Cross win, but what if a faction with Cross attacks Drew and the people is Dijak, Ali, and War Machine? Huh? I haven't heard those names being brought up. That would be something. Steve's hoping for Bray, have a first reveal of the faction here, and bring back Bray Wyatt for the Halloween edition of Monday Night Raw the 31st. Yeah. Oh, Bo Dallas.
Giving me chills.
What if Chris is right and it's Bo Dallas? That would suck.
How do we ban somebody from the podcast if Chris Williams is right? I want nothing to do with them.
Chris, we appreciate your interaction, but we don't want Bo Dallas to be.
Come on now.
That's a long comment. I'm not going to read all the long comments, guys, but I will pop them up on the stream. I appreciate everybody interacting with us. Give us a share on Facebook and
that was a good one
Twitter.
too. Right.
Do you want to read it then? I'm tired of
It'd be cool for Loomis, Cross, and Gacy to form a new faction, worship this White Rabbit character, and eventually summon him later to reveal it's Bray after months of him hiding behind a screen, like Wizard of Oz-esque.
Yeah. There's just a lot of directions you can go with this.
There is.
But like Tuck, you were saying, I think we need that payoff ASAP. It's getting a little dragged out. Yeah, we're all getting a little antsy. So did everybody go across then?
Yep.
All righty. So we got 2 more matchups. This one is a 6-man tag. It's going to be a Donnybrook kind of match here. Don't even know what that entails, but it's probably going to fucking slap, as the kids would say. Of course, you have Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch taking on Imperium here. So a lot of factors are in play here, too. I would assume that I'm guessing that Sheamus is going to win the Intercontinental Championship tomorrow night on SmackDown. That's just my prediction. So that is going to influence my pick here, but I believe Erica is going first for the 6-man tag. Yep, it's your turn.
I went first last time. Yeah.
Yep, that's how it goes.
What the freak?
Yeah. What the French toast?
So Gunther has it now, right? I haven't been watching SmackDown. I have no idea.
Yes, Gunther has it.
So he has.
Yes.
Okay. So you think Sheamus will, I don't freaking know. I'm gonna go.
Yep. This is the worst. Everybody listening.
Come on, make a pick. I don't know.
Just pick one. It's not hard. You could change it later. All right, I'm going. I'm tired of Erica just waiting around.
Well, you got to go first. Next question too, though.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Double up.
Oh.
Double up.
Yeah, that's great.
No, make Erica go first next time.
I can't even think what the match is.
I'm going with Imperium based on the fact that I believe Sheamus does win tomorrow. Like I said, he gets that momentum for the Brawling Brutes, and then they keep this feud going by the Imperium group, recouping, figuring it all out, being a cohesive unit on the same page here at Extreme Rules. They bounce back after Friday, and they get the win here at Extreme Rules. I'm going with Imperium.
I am also going with Imperium, but I say Gunther retains. Imperium wins Saturday. Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes go in a different direction.
Okay. You guys see that they popped off at NXT this week too? Brawling Brutes?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they had a main event match with Pretty Deadly. You got to check it out. It was pretty good.
Yes, boy.
It was pretty deadly, some would say.
Ayo. I just want Pete Dunne back.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I'm ever going to I don't know that we're ever going to get that. The longer that this keeps on.
I kind of like the Butch thing now. Like just unhinged. Just
I guess there was one night when they were like backstage.
He is one of those names like I don't call Gunther Walter anymore. You know what I mean? Like he's Gunther, but he is one that I'm still like very like Pete Dunne first with.
Yeah. And I think because like he was my first favorite like NXT guy when I first started watching. Like he was like the first one that like I loved. I like obviously like his style, and I think like I can't take it maybe seriously with the outfits that he wears. It just seems like too put on, maybe. So it kind of like takes away from like what it could be for me.
It has like a Vince touch.
We could lose the like suspenders and the like Sami Zayn hat.
The more I think about it, I think Brawling Brutes might win here, but I'm going to stick with my Imperium pick. I for some reason, I'm very confident that Sheamus is going to win on Friday. I think Sheamus deserves a little brief title run. That way he can become a Grand Slam champion, because this is the one title that he has never won. So I'm hoping he actually wins on Friday, but I'm going to stick to my Imperium pick. So we are split. I'm going with Imperium. Tuck, did Tuck say Imperium as well?
Tuck also said Imperium.
So, Erica, what is your pick going to be?
I mean, do you want me, because I went from first to last, should I just take
You can do whatever you want, Erica. Don't overthink it.
Just be present. Like, go with your heart, you know? Listen
to your heart.
Aw.
Oh, we're same wavelength here.
Oh, you.
There it is. Listen to your heart and give us a pick, Erica. I got you by the choke. You got what I was putting down there.
I don't like Sheamus, but I'm gonna take Sheamus and them.
Okay, Sheamus and them would be the Brawling Brutes. That's who Erica is going with. We got
Sheamus
a lot of comments once again. Let's go through them. Big Sheamus guy. It's a shame for fame. Lobster Red. Yes, it's a good theme song. Randy's all about that old theme song. Juggernaut says Imperium wins and Sheamus wins the IC title on SmackDown. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Steve saying this is a hard one. It depends who wins tomorrow on SmackDown between Gunther and Sheamus. I think Gunther retains and the Brutes win on Saturday. Yeah, I think we can all agree. Like, whatever direction the title match goes, the other side's probably going to get the win at Extreme Rules, right?
I picked Gunther and Imperium, so that's a no for me, dog. But that tends to be many people's. Yeah.
Imperium wins by returning out of nowhere Timothy Thatcher, who attacks Sheamus, and Timothy is back with the guy, says Jeff Samuel. Yeah, he had a brief stint with Imperium, so that would make sense. I never was a big Timothy
and
Thatcher
then they
guy.
would be Timperium.
Oh, thank you. Was it my singing, Chris? He gave me fire emojis. I hope it was. Ryan, once again, commenting, I love Sheamus and the people invested in the Brawling Brutes, but please, for the love of God, get rid of the bar fight Sheamus character by the Rumble.
I love the Tron, though, like the fight night. And it's fight
night.
I like the Tron, like it's
the
fun.
pub feel. Yeah, I think it fits Sheamus, but I mean, the old Sheamus, the Great White, as he was called back in the day with that theme.
Sheamus is getting married soon, so he's probably going to take some time off.
Oh, he is. I didn't know that. Erica with the scoops.
Wow.
Yes.
Scooperini over here.
Oh, it was the listen to your heart that he was commenting on. Yeah, me and Tuck were on the same page for that one, and then Erica just cleaned it up for us because she sounds a little bit better than we do. So, guys, so we have one more match here on the card. I saved this one for last. It's the one I'm the most excited for. And I would say it probably had the best build and should main event. Right. It's going to be the fight pit match between Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins. I apologize to Riddle for not putting his full name on there because he has gotten that back. I did say I was going to go first again, but I'm going to make Erica go first because I feel like it since she didn't last time. Erica, we got Daniel Cormier, who is going to be the special guest referee. Obviously, if you don't know, he was huge in the UFC. He won multiple titles at different weight divisions. He's kind of a big deal. So having him here in the fight pit, it has that main event type feel to this match.
And if you didn't know, now you know.
Thank you. I was going to say, question. Has Seth, because they've gone at it, is it Seth that's never gotten one over on Riddle or vice versa?
Riddle hasn't.
Mm-mm. That's good because I was leaning towards Riddle. I'm thinking of Cody and Seth, maybe.
Yeah, I think you are.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go Matt Riddle. I think I love this like post Randy momentum that like he still had. I love this whole like feud with like how personal it's gotten, and I feel like they've been doing it right. And I think to like cap off, would you say this is main eventing or no?
I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing. It's kind of what I want to.
And I think Riddle is like home in the fight pit. Remember when they had him? Remember it was like him and Timothy Thatcher? Right. And that was when we didn't know Timothy Thatcher was missing a tooth. And I think like Riddle knocked it out.
Yeah.
Lights out, Kyle. All right, I'm taking Matt Riddle.
It's because I turned off my other screen and now I put it over here. I'm just moving from screen to screen. This is what happened, guys. I'm not in this setup all the time. All right,
Wrestling Twitter After Dark.
Hey, yo. So the Cormier thing makes this match interesting for me. And another thing that makes this match interesting is the fact that Seth Rollins has that United States title match Monday against Bobby Lashley. And I think that's a good spot for him to rebound from a loss here at Extreme Rules. This is Matt Riddle's quote-unquote playground. This is, where he's most comfortable in a real shoot style fight because he has that MMA background. Riddle desperately needs to get one on Seth Rollins, and we've talked about it numerous times on this podcast. Seth Rollins is one of those guys that really doesn't get hurt with losses. We saw him eat plenty of them to Cody Rhodes. It did nothing but, in a weird way, it kind of elevated him a bit. Like the character work was fantastic in that feud, and now people are singing to his theme song every time he comes out there. Cormier might get involved. I'm not going to sit here and say that he does. So I'm just going to say Riddle gets a clean win. And then Seth can bounce back on Monday by defeating Bobby Lashley for the United States title. And then we get Seth Rollins and Riddle feuding over the U.S. title since Riddle gets the win here at Extreme Rules. Tucky?
I agree with a lot of what you said in regards to Seth wrestling on Monday. My point was that with Riddle winning at Extreme Rules, he won't have the need to go out and interrupt the match, and that allows Seth to win the U.S. title. That's my opinion as well. Let's go Matthew Riddle.
Okay, so we got a clean sweep there for the Fight Pit match. Let us know down in the comments on who you're rolling with here in this matchup. Steve says, I'm not a big UFC guy, but like the inclusion of Daniel Cormier. What are your thoughts of him being the special guest referee? Yeah, I like it too. Obviously, one of the bigger names in UFC history, known to be a big wrestling fan. He was there when Seth Rollins, I believe, cashed in at WrestleMania and won the title. So he is known to be a big Seth Rollins fan outside of like the WWE world. So I don't know if they're going to incorporate that here into the match and maybe he aligns with Seth, but you would think if there was any alignment, Riddle's the former MMA fighter. Daniel Cormier did that for a living.
And it also could be, like when Miz with Logan Paul and then was it the two of them? And like they were like in cahoots and then didn't like Miz start like treating Logan Paul like kind of shitty. It was something
after their match after their match at WrestleMania, they won and Miz gave Logan Paul a skull crushing finale.
I think I'm thinking something. I think I'm thinking of Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul, and Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot.
There have been some people have mentioned Cormier being here as a way to try to get him into the WWE universe.
Would you like that?
Setting up a potential DC Brock Lesnar match.
Oh, if that's what you're setting up, I'm here for that.
That's what I've seen floated out a little bit. Not from Fightful, just from random Twitterers and things like that. So not crediting or saying Fightful gave me that.
Oh, and none of us are like huge UFC people, but Daniel Cormier is one of those names that's going to bring in a lot of outside eyeballs to this show, I think. And it's a show that I mean, I'm usually not excited for like these B-level pay-per-views or PLEs, whatever you want to call them, but I feel like Erica Marini saying I'm at like an 11 out of 10 for this one. I think it's going to be a fucking great show.
I agree. I think less is more, and I think the matches that we're getting, I think they're fitting of the event itself, which we've obviously seen in the past. Hasn't always been the case, but I think the matches and the builds, it's gonna be good shit.
Wouldn't you agree too that each stipulation just makes sense for each feud as well? Like every single one that they placed on the matches. I love how we're getting a ladder match. I kind of hate it for Bayley since he's just getting back from such a severe knee injury. Like a ladder match isn't the number one go-to match you would want on your return. But
then you wonder how many spots, like how much interference there's going to be. Like it really could be just a I don't know. I think we're gonna get a lot
he
of
could do many
spots,
wrestling spots. Yeah.
But I think it maybe won't all be on Bailey. I think you're gonna have the other 6 to 7 to 8 women around the ring and maybe like fucking with each other. I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot going on. And a lot of those matches could have outside interference because there's just so many different story going on. Steve says, agreed with Seth being your next U.S. champ. If Riddle gets involved in the match on Raw, then we might get a Lashley heel turn, which that would be interesting. Feels like it's been teased with Bobby in the last couple weeks. And Steve also saying great variety on this card. Think this has been a great build for the show. Could be a show we talk about in 10 years as being the best of the B show pay-per-views in history. I sure hope so because, I mean, the build's strong and everybody on the card is a very good fucking wrestler. So let's just hope that everything goes to plan there. That's the whole Extreme Rules card, though. We're about 50 minutes in right now. I think we could talk about a little bit more things here while we got a little bit more time. Did you both watch AEW Dynamite?
I did.
I did not.
Erica, thoughts on the Acclaim segment?
Loved it. Loved that DC loved it. I just loved it.
They gave like DX vibes in that entire
1,000%. And then I died. Like all the signs in the crowd. Like I love the one, like, you know, the Drake meme where it's like from the whatever that video was. I'm not gonna embarrass myself.
Yeah.
But you know the one I'm talking about. And so it was like DX and he was like, nah. And then it was like Acclaimed and I like loved it. And you're right. And it was like total DX vibes. And especially having like Billy Gunn there made it like even cooler. And I love how like into it like he is. And it's like
with the DX anniversary coming up on Raw this Monday too.
He will not be there on Monday. Confirmed. Surprise.
Yeah.
I do like too in that segment. They're like, scissoring is a way to greet your friends.
It is a handshake.
Yeah. That's how Tuck has to describe our Come Tuesday tweets to his students. Which, Tuck, by the way, you got to tell the story on how you greeted your students this Tuesday.
I had to let them know and welcome to class by letting them know that it was Come to School Tuesday. So
that was my idea, Erica. I was like, it's Come to School Tuesday.
They got it. It is weird.
The biggest takeaway your class has from our podcast is a tweet sent out every Tuesday. It says, Come Tuesday.
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. I love it.
We're doing something right. Kyle, remember how loud the chants were at All Out? I'm assuming he's talking about, oh, scissor me daddy, because those, they were very
Imagine that, like, that's crazy how over all of that got. And like not like just anybody could not get away with it, but get away with it and like make it. Yeah. So I think it says a lot about like them as a tag team. And I love them. And now I regret when I met Max Caster that I didn't make him scissor me.
I was scissoring Bogus and Ian throughout the entire All Out pay-per-view. So when in doubt, scissor it out. If you celebrated yesterday, happy Scissor Day to you. One more thing from AEW I'd like to talk about is what took up a lot of headlines going into Dynamite. And of course, Andrade and Sammy Guevara getting involved, having an altercation on Twitter that led to physicality backstage at AEW that set Andrade home, but Sammy Guevara was still allowed to compete on Dynamite, let alone the main event of the show. Tuck, I know you're a Fightful subscriber. Is there any details I'm leaving out that they might have reported since this incident?
Sounds like it makes sense that it sounds like they let Sammy stay because he didn't instigate and was not trying to fight. That's
instigated on Twitter.
No, but in the actual arena, because they kind of warned him and said like leave each other alone, and they both said okay, we're not going to do anything, and then Andrade was like, yeah, fuck you, is what a little bit of the gist of the story is. Like, well, you started it, you both agreed that you weren't going to have any trouble, you caused the trouble, get out.
Did they agree?
That's what the report said. They both said they wouldn't get physical back, like they'd leave each other alone, and Andrade was the one that started it. So,
Erica, I know you got to have some thoughts
that's
on
true.
The situation because we know how much you enjoy Sammy Guevara.
Well, I don't want to say too much because Tuck hasn't watched Dynamite yet.
I don't think you're going to spoil anything that Tuck hasn't already seen, right, Tuck? You've seen a good amount, probably on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it. Let it loose. What
I don't
you got?
want to. No, I don't want to say all of that. but I was disappointed. And then I feel like Andrade wanted to get out. Maybe he really did. And that he did what he had to do to get out. And I think Sammy runs his punk mouth like he always does. And I didn't realize that they both agreed to leave each other alone, but whatever. And I think Andrade maybe just did it, A, because he wanted to, but then B, because he knew he would get released if he did. And now he could go do whatever he wants to do if he was unhappy. I don't know. But I feel like now
you're gonna do now, just I don't like it here. I'm gonna get my way out of it.
They doubled down on Sammy, and I hate it because I think he's got such, I don't know. I feel like people are gonna make fun of me for this, but I feel like he's got not even go away. He just has legitimate
fuck you
where it's whatever he did, and people were like, whoa, and then he immediately started chanting you still suck. They don't. People I don't know, and I don't. And I was even thinking, say, a faction is the only way that he could succeed right now. Imagine him even taking some time off and coming back solo. I just feel like everybody would eat him up again. Everything I see on Twitter is just reasons to it's just people saying okay, so he's done X, Y, and Z. Why is he employed? I'm not saying he should be unemployed, but I feel like he's just, and I feel he's got Tony wrapped around his little finger as well. So I feel like he's untouchable.
Sammy Guevara should be fired. How many instances have we seen where he is involved in them? If you're having all these altercations, all this Twitter beef, even if it's a little bit
leaned into,
yeah, he is the issue. It's very obvious. So why don't you just push him away?
He's problematic because he won't, because he's got Tony. Tony loves him. And I just don't think that I can ever see Tony being all right, it's not personal, it's business.
Yeah, it's a good point from the mayor. He says, I like just about everyone. And even Sammy makes me hate him. It's a very
true. I'm not in the comments. I've been missing a lot.
Jeff Samuel, how didn't we say this? First off, Jeff and Chris, Tuck's a part of the show too. Everybody always says Kyle and Erica. Tuck's here. Tuck, I'll let you answer this. What if Edge loses because of AJ Styles turning
I was wondering
heel?
about AJ too.
Or the Judgment Day wins and AJ brings out the Good Brothers. That would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Tuck doesn't want to answer because they didn't acknowledge him.
Apparently, yeah.
Kyle and Erica,
and
Tuck.
Guys. Kyle and Erica and guys. Hello. Hey.
You're the guys. How do we feel about Kathy Kelly being back? I love Kathy Kelly. And I am interested to see what those new commentary teams are going to do. We got Booker T on NXT. Everything's a little shaken up. And, we'll see what happens. There you go. You got a hi, Jim.
Hey, Chris. How we doing?
There we go. So it is that point of the show, though, where we award the most valuable mark of the On the Mark Wrestling podcast. And the comment section was very lively tonight. We appreciate you all.
What does Yo No Say mean? Yo No Say.
I don't know.
I don't know. That means I don't know.
I think it means I don't know.
Tuck is referencing our private chat because we always discuss who the MVM is going to be. Erica said Yo No Say. So that's Erica's vote.
I didn't drag anybody like Kyle did though. So drag Liardo over there. So
who did he drag?
Yeah,
you. He just exposed you.
Oh, I know. Oh no,
he exposed you in the private comment section.
It's just she just said
that's sacred.
So I was leaning one way, but at the end he came in strong, and I'm agreeing with my friend and co-host Jim Tucker. But we have a new MVM of the On the Mark Wrestling podcast. He goes by the name of Steve from SCW, the Wrestling Channel. Congrats, Steve.
Snaps to Steve.
Unfortunately, Tuck, he does live across the pond, so I don't know how this figure situation is going to be decided.
It has nothing to do with the MVM today, Kyle. That is for the Extreme Rules predictions card, as I stated about 57 minutes ago.
Wow, Kyle, even I remember that.
Oh, wow, the one thing you actually remember. Jim Tuck is
now,
the
David,
most over. Look at this comment, Tuck. Come on,
we might need to reconsider the MVM here. I mean, David has worked his butt off for the whole show. David's a great guy. This is the mayor of Canton, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I
even knows you.
I'm not going to talk about the private chat. I mean, I thought I had a good option here. Wow, Mayor of Canton, what a great guy. I apologize that you're not the MVM this week. Wow.
Yeah, he is a good guy. Appreciate the Mayor of Canton and everybody else stopping by for an
what a show.
Yeah,
busy,
I mean, it's
right?
Active. What a community we have here. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan.
It's a great community that needs to get themselves some brand new merch at the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast and use promo code Extreme. And don't forget to get those picks in. Try to dethrone Robbie Collins, who is the OTM PLE champion. He
already has his picks in, by the way. Robbie has already
look at you,
dun. The pick is in, and by the pick I mean all 6 of them. 6 picks. So they call him 6 Picks Collins.
That guy is the man, just like
Robbie's 6 picks.
Steve, our MVM this week for episode 116. He says thanks, Tucky, Kyle, and Erica. Great show as always.
Does he have like odds though? Because he does a great job with his own channel. So doesn't he come in with as a favorite, like a negative 100,
true.
minus 110 betting line against him or something?
He's a professional of the podcasting game. Whenever Steve does a live stream, he has about 20 people in his chat, and he's interacting with every single person. And he always has those great takes on his shows. Yeah, it's just good stuff. And like I've said in the past, you two definitely got to make a guest appearance on his show one time, because it is definitely an enjoyable time there with SCW, the wrestling channel. But guys, that is all we got from this week. Erica, any final thoughts, remarks going into Extreme Rules?
I'm ready to get extreme.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. All right, Tucky, why don't you send us home?
Hey, I would like to give a shameless plug. I am still raising money for the American Heart Association as I prepare to run the Chicago Marathon on Sunday. On my Twitter account, I posted a tweet yesterday with the link if you'd like to donate. Erica, thank you for donating. You are the GOAT. I have a month after the marathon to continue raising before they charge me for whatever I didn't come up with. So raising money for the American Heart Association, running the Chicago Marathon. It's going to be a great time. And it does play a role in my life. My dad's had 2 open heart surgeries, and one of my nieces has been impacted with a heart surgery already when she was just a baby. So running with a little motivation for them. I'm wearing
you're running for Ryan Gagliardi as well. 2-time open heart surgery guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
holy cow.
I can relate.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's impacted our lives in many ways. So I'm excited to do it and grateful that I'm able to. So
and there's his Twitter handle down there if you want to check it out.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me that minute. It is a great time to be a wrestling fan. Speaking of the Chicago Marathon, I'll be tuning into Extreme Rules, hopefully through my little HDMI attachment that goes onto the screen, and I don't have any problems there. I don't want to sit just watching my phone for 3 hours. If every match is 30 minutes, that's only a 3-hour show. So hopefully it'll be a good show. Should be nice. In and out, right? 6 matches is going to be a good time. So thank you guys. And visit us at Pod on the Mark everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast.